Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dalton Daughtry and I'm excited for the topic I'm sharing. And the reason I'm excited for it is because when I was 23 and I was wrapping up business college, about to head out into the real world, the corporate environment, I knew I did not want to be in a 9 to 5 working corporately forever, right? I'm okay with it for a time. And in fact, I looked forward to learning the institutionalized way that people run businesses from the inside. I was excited about that. But I also knew that I wanted options. I wanted to be able to have something that I owned. I wanted to be able to be an entrepreneur, to exercise my creativity. And that's when I discovered network marketing. Network marketing is kind of a blanket term used for businesses like direct sales or multi-level marketing businesses or affiliate marketing businesses. And what I learned in not only getting exposed to that market, getting exposed to those opportunities, but in actually committing to building something for myself was not only a bunch of skills, but also that the world of successful entrepreneurs is dominated by people who have been exposed to the world of business through the channel, the pathway that is network marketing. Take Ed Mylett, Patrick Bet-David, Russell Brunson, guys like Alex Hermosi who were mentored by Russell Brunson, guys like Tony Robbins who were mentored by Jim Rohn, Robert Kiyosaki, Rory Vaden. I could go on and on and on and on. But the people who have built successful, well-known, influential brands often are either directly or often have directly been impacted or have built a network marketing business themselves or a direct sales business, or they are associated with those or have been trained by those who have. And so for me, getting started in both my corporate career as well as my entrepreneurial career and being able to develop those in concordance with one another. And while I'm excelling corporately, I'm excelling entrepreneurially, and I'm being able to take the knowledge I'm learning in the enterprise and apply it to my own enterprise, and take the ownership mentality I'm developing in my own enterprise and develop it to the infrastructural enterprise that is corporate America. I just took off, compared to my peers. And obviously, I did all the personal development. Network marketing is pretty much a personal development plan with a compensation plan attached. And so for me, I started to develop myself through reading books. I started to listen to podcasts. I started to communicate publicly, public speaking. I started to create content. I started to network in the market. I started to learn sales skills. I started to learn marketing skills. I started to learn interviewing skills. I began to develop personal financial management skills. And in doing all this, I was able to accelerate my own growth way faster than if I had not been able or had not been building a business on my own while also starting to build a career in my early 20s. And while I'm still in my later 20s now, the greatest decision I ever made in my 20s outside of my faith and my wife was committing to build a network marketing business. Now, here's the challenge. It's a very controversial business model. If you go to Google and you go to YouTube and you go to TikTok, there's a lot of people that have built quite a bit of maybe Insta fame by downing these models, by exposing the business and infrastructure in and of itself. But the reality is, the majority of these people are making a claim that the business is shaped like a pyramid and the guy at the top makes all the money. Well, what about the job that they're working in? What about the corporation they're a part of? right? Oh, well, in my corporation, I'm paid a salary. Yeah, but you also spend 40 to 50 to 60 hours a week on call for that corporation working for that amount of income, and you're not paid necessarily purely on productivity. You're paid based on your position, your title, etc. Whereas within a direct sales organization, you're paid purely on production. It don't matter your background, race, religion, creed, sexuality, skin color. None of that matters. What matters is your production, right? And so the guy at the top could actually have somebody at the bottom that produces more surpass him, because if you understand compensation models, comp plans, differentials, revenue share models, like if you understand all that, and most people don't, by the way, that make these claims, they don't have any idea about the sales world. But if you understand that, then you realize it's a sales plan. And you're not paid a salary because you're not guaranteed to do anything. And so the barrier to entry is extremely low, which is good for me because at 23, I was just getting my career started and I was practically broke. I had 70 grand in student loan debt. I lived paycheck to paycheck. And in order for me to start a business, I'd either have to have investment capital, which that's a whole other rabbit trail we could go down, investment capital, going into debt, etc. Or I could start building something from the ground up. And for me, this was the best opportunity because the overhead was next to nothing. It was purely predicated on the amount of work I was willing to do. And so, either way, my case today for direct selling and network marketing is that it's been the springboard for so many successful entrepreneurs' success. And I think a lot of people, they don't necessarily know that. And because we're naturally kind of a pessimistic, skeptical culture, they never actually give it the attention needed to evaluate the opportunity in and of itself to determine if it's going to be good. Guys like Jeremy Miner, Myron Golden, you have David Harris Jr. just started a network marketing business recently. Like there's so many people that have built businesses using this model and they've created tons of credibility, tons of success, making multiple 6, 7, 8, 9 figures using these business models. And people don't have any idea because they watch some YouTube video or some TikTok about somebody talking about how it was a pyramid and they were recruited and it's a cult, etc. Well, any good business culture is going to feel like a cult, and they have great business cultures often in network marketing because there has to be something more than just the fact that everybody shows up to collect a paycheck, that to bind those businesses together. They're values-based businesses. So personally, if I were getting started in my career, corporately, entrepreneurially, if I wanted to make some extra money, I wanted to learn how to market, to sell, to build something of my own. I wanted to learn the skill sets of financial management, personal development, investing, recruiting, training, onboarding, management. There's no better way to learn all that than starting a direct sales business. And I know you could go get an MBA and pay 150 grand for it and get a certification that says you know how to manage people. But until you've managed people, you don't know how to manage people. Until you've sold, you don't know how to sell. I took sales courses in business college, and I never once sold something other than my professor on why he should give me a good grade. And the day I started my direct sales business and I went out and I met you and I shook your hand and I offered you a product or a service that my business would allow, that's the moment I realized that sales is not about what somebody knows per se. That helps, but it's about their understanding of people, their ability to deal with rejection, and their confidence in that no matter what other people say, they're going to succeed. And so it was about much more for me when I started my business than just making some income. For sure, we've made income and we continue to make income. And I'm not going to send it back or complain about the income. Income's great. But the personal and professional development alongside building a business, the relationships, the understanding of how to manage teams and how to build people, that stuff's invaluable. And so it's just such a good opportunity. I know that the market, I saw some statistics recently. It's the market's slated to go from a $200 million market to a $300 million market over the next couple years. And if you're like me and you're ambitious and you're trying to figure out where to apply your effort, there's no better opportunity on the planet than direct sales, network marketing, etc. Here's what not to do. Google can tell you a lot for sure. YouTube's great. Uh, do your research, but I would meet the people that are doing what you would consider doing and see, are they living a life that you'd like to live? Are they in a place where you'd like to be? Do they have character that you'd like to achieve? And if so, great. Now you've realized that in doing this research, you found what the outcome would look like if you were to pursue this business model. And so that should tell you enough you need to know as to whether or not you should pursue it. So, either way, I hope this is helpful, and I'm excited you showed up. And if you're evaluating an opportunity, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to share about what we do. But either way, I just encourage you to give it a shot, take the chance. What's the worst that's going to happen? That's a good question to ask. And either way, thanks for joining me on my channel. Have a great rest of your day. Talk to you next time. Bye.